Hi, welcome to Get Growing. I'm Kelly Heidbreder. Have you been thinking about doing some digging around your backyard? Well, landscaping can add value to your property, as well as make it a beautiful place to be. But if you don't plan ahead, you could be making some big, expensive mistakes. The first place you need to start is with paper and a pencil. So put that trowel and that shovel away, and let's get started on doing some planning for some landscaping in your backyard. Come on. Straight from my garden. Gotcha! Well, you've grown them and you've dried them. Now it's time to have fun with your dried flowers. Let's make a garden window indoors. This is what you will need for this project: a window, floral foam, sheet moss, 3-inch ribbon, dried flowers, wood spacers, and sawtooth picture frame hangers. Some of the tools you might need are a staple gun and staples, drill and drill bit, a screwdriver, a glue gun, utility knife, and a pair of scissors. The first thing you need with this project is an old window. We found this window in the trash. Somebody was remodeling their house and they were tossing out some old windows, so we grabbed a few and tossed them in the truck and thought we'd do something fun with them. It even was already painted this green color, and we're going to keep that. What we'll do is fit it inside each window pane here with some foam, and then cover this with some sheet moss and decorate it so that it looks like a garden window, and then you can hang it anywhere in your house. So the first thing we did was we cleaned up the window. Repair any broken or cracked panes of glass in your window. Sometimes the rougher it looks, the better it'll look. So the next thing we need to do is to find some foam. This foam comes in blocks about 2 feet long. We sliced each block into long pieces about 1 inch thick. Fit the foam pieces inside each window pane snugly. Now that we've got a piece of foam that fits each pane of glass, we don't want this ugly foam showing. We're going to cover this with a little bit of sheet moss. It's really simple to do if you buy the pieces of moss that are already nice thin sheets, and you just cover the piece of foam enough that none of the foam shows through and that all that you will see is moss. You can kind of piece them together. Okay, now we've got our first layer that's closest to the glass is the moss, and then the layer on top of that is the foam. Now when you lift this window up, you'll see this from reverse. So this will look like the grass, and then the foam will be there so that we can put our flowers in there. So the trick is how do you tip this window up straight up and down without this moss and foam falling off? I figured that out for you too. All we need is a real thick piece of ribbon, just like this. We've got the 3-inch ribbon that you can find at any of your craft stores, and we've cut a piece that'll be as long as this entire window. We're going to start securing our ribbon right in the middle. What you need to do is take your staple gun and evenly separate this ribbon so you'll have enough room for each side, and just put a couple of staples right in the center here. Hold this ribbon in the middle. Now we're going to secure the first foam pieces that are closest to the middle, and you just want to pull that ribbon as tight as you can get it without ripping it, and then staple it in its new position over here. Make sure it's as tight as it can be to the window. It's almost like upholstery, only with sheet moss and foam instead of regular foam and fabric. And then just secure it at the ends. There. So now you see how this will work? This will be your grass or your garden, and then from here we will design the flower garden from up here. We're going to put our flowers in just like you would arrange a silk arrangement from here. Make sure you move your moss around a little bit to cover up areas like this right here in the corner. You can always use a stick or something long and skinny to help you move that around. Now this is the fun part. This is where you can get creative, but it's also a little bit difficult because you have to work backwards. You want to put the smaller flowers closer to the glass and you want to put the taller flowers in closer to you. Let's have some fun. Looking pretty good. We've got some places to fill in here or there, but now we need to be able to hang it on the wall. So before we can hang it on the wall, we're going to need to put some spacers on the top of this frame, and I'll show you how to do that. Since the foam and moss are thicker along the bottom, you need to balance that space at the top of your window. Your window will hang flat against the wall by putting some kind of spacer up there. Scrap pieces of a 1x2 work great. Pre-drill a hole in your spacers, then screw them into the frame of the window. Place them at least 1 inch from the side edge. If your window is wide like this one, you may need 3 or 4 spaces along the top to hold it securely. Mount the sawtooth picture frame hangers on these spacers. You could decorate with any flowers that might go along with your decor, or maybe pick flowers that maybe mean something from a special occasion, Valentine's Day or a special anniversary. So all you need to do is grab some of your own dried flowers and an old window and get out there and get growing. Hey, thanks for joining me on today's show. I hope you learned something as we were having some fun. We learned how to do some basic landscaping in our own backyards, and we gave you some cool tools to keep in your gardener's bag, and we gave you some tips on how to take good care of your roses. And how about that garden window? That'll look great in any room of your house. Now it's just up to you. Now all I need to do is start digging up some grass. That'll be another time to get growing. So you get out there and get growing. Straight from my garden. Gotcha.